Lennox Honey Church historian. For some of the info used in this morning's Did You Know? Did You Know made possible compliments your nation station, DBS Radio.
This is your nation station, DBS Radio.
DBS News. Fresh in the morning. Eye-opening and balanced. The DBS Morning News starts right now.
This morning's headlines: a flood warning has remained in effect for Dominica as Tropical Storm Ernesto threatens the Caribbean with heavy rainfall. We will go live to the acting Senior Met Officer Itoma James and Disaster Management Coordinator Fitzroy Pascal in 2 minutes from now. The details of the morning news right after this.
Fresh in to win a shopping voucher or win plenty money or a day pass a jungle fair. We hot, hotter than summer. Wi-Fi is hot, we hot, hotter than summer. Buy double plus UCs to win a trip on the express or win a night for two at Intercontinental. Wi-Fi is hot, we hot, hotter than summer. Wi-Fi is hot, we hot, hotter than summer. Buy your free-to-lay snacks before school start to win a scholarship or a year of snacks. Wi-Fi is hot, we hot, hotter than summer. Wi-Fi is hot, we hot, hotter than summer. Buy your discipline to win 1 of 6 prizes.
And also win prizes on the spot at our bar lines with Stone's Ginger Wine and Angostura.
Come on! Wi-Fi is hot, we hot, hotter than summer. Wi-Fi is hot, we hot, hotter than summer.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
Petro Caribe. Tank installation is part of our mission. Excellent client support is what we got. Contribution to development of Dominica. Supply of LPG at an affordable rate. Let's go. Petro Caribe straight. No time to waste. So come on everyone with me to Petro Caribe. 250 gallon propane tank. 420 pound propane tank. 100 pound LPG cylinder. Petro Caribe. 20 pound fiberglass cylinder. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe. Petro Caribe.
DBS News.
Welcome back to the DBS Major Morning News. My name is Curtis Matthew. A flood warning has remained in effect for Dominica as Tropical Storm Ernesto threatens the Caribbean with heavy rainfall. We go live now to the acting Senior Met Officer, Itoma James. Mr. James, good morning. Welcome to the DBS Morning News.
Good morning, Mr. Matthew, and thank you for inviting me this morning.
Thank you very much for joining us. Bring us up to date on Tropical Storm Ernesto.
Well, good morning to Dominicans and the general listening public. The tropical storm Ernesto is at 5 a.m. was located at 16.2 degrees north, 61.3 degrees west. That placed it about 55 miles north of Dominica, and it is moving about 20 miles per hour. So currently we can say the center is approximately about 75 miles north of Dominica if it continues on its current speed and trajectory. The maximum wind speeds was barely at tropical storm speeds with about 40 miles per hour, just reaching that threshold to have it continue being a tropical storm. Based on all forecast information, it is expected to continue strengthening as it slows down in its movement and it turns northwards. The tropical storm force winds extend outwards to about 60 miles to the northeast. Based on the forecast and information gathered by the Hurricane Hunter, there are no tropical storm force winds extending to the south of the system. However, at some point when it gets to probably about 120 miles or so north of Dominica, some winds could start extending southwards, but it still would cause no direct impact in terms of wind speeds to Dominica.
What about heavy rainfalls? Do we expect some of that in the course of today?
Well, yes, I think this has been our main concern, and hence the reason why the flood warning will stay in place. As of the last 6 hours, we have had rainfalls totaling to about 1 to 2 inches or to 3 inches in certain areas. As for example, on the west coast in the north, we have about 1 to 2 inches, 1.5 inches of rain that was in the area in Coliho. And in the south, on the southwestern coast, rainfalls were just up to about an inch. On the east coast, which is one of the areas that is usually of major concern for us, we have barely an inch of rain also. But we do expect the rainfall totals to continue climbing as we are in that period of the storm where we expect there to be continuous rainfall for at least the next 2 to 3 hours, which will bring up the total. So we do urge the general public to stay aware and be extremely cautious while moving around today. While the rainfall may not be extremely heavy, it will be continuous and we can expect some flooding in areas and possible landslides. So we just want to urge the general public to be extra cautious while they are moving around today.
Is there any other system that you all are monitoring at this moment?
Well, at this point, all of our focus is really on Tropical Storm Ernesto, as we should be very vigilant as to what can happen today. There is another system, slight tropical wave in the central tropical Atlantic, but that for now is not of major concern. We are really just focused on what is going on with Ernesto at this point.
Thank you very much, Acting Senior Met Officer Itoma James. Let's move across now to the Disaster Management Coordinator, Fitzroy Pascal. Mr. Pascal, good morning to you and welcome to the DBS Morning News.
Good morning to you, Curtis, and good morning to your listeners, and thanks for having me.
Now, the information from Itoma James, what does that mean in terms of talking to the Dominican people?
Well, as Mr. James reported, Tropical Storm Ernesto is producing light to moderate and at times heavy rainfall across the island. At this point, there has been no reports of any flooding or landslides. Meanwhile, this will continue from all the districts through our disaster committees. We have a network on the ground. The ODM continues to advise the public to exercise extreme caution as they conduct outdoor activities as necessary. Persons should not walk, swim, or drive through any flood waters. Safety should be the focus. And as Mr. James said again, note that the flood warning remains in effect.
And these would be the words to the Dominican public at this time.
Yes, sir. Exercise extreme caution as you conduct outdoor activities today.
Thank you very much, Fitzroy Pascal, Disaster Management Coordinator. Well, the news continues on DBS Radio. The Dominica Guild of Cuban Graduates and the Dominica Cuba Friendship Association recognized today, August 13, as a historic day for the people of the Republic of Cuba. This year marks the 90th anniversary of the birthday of the former Cuban president, Fidel Castro.
A revolutionary, patriotic, involved in the struggle from university. He graduated as a lawyer and continued the struggle until the overthrow the Batista dictatorship. Fidel has been president or the leader of the Cuban people, guiding them along the ideological, social, and economic development path from 1959 to 2008. He was the president of the Council of State and president of the Council of Ministers. He was the first general secretary of the Communist Party of Cuba from 1965 to 2011. He was a founder of the 26th of July movement, which up to this day still celebrates this important day, 26th of July, and the importance which this movement played in the liberation of Cuba. Can you imagine that 644 assassination attempts were made on this illustrious Fidel Castro? But he survived all. His legacy lives on.
And that's the chairman of the Dominica Guild of Cuban Graduates, Dr. Damian Dublin. He says the resilience of the Cuban people must be noted.
We want to use the opportunity to thank the citizens of Cuba, in spite of the many difficulties that they encounter up to this present time, in spite of the inhumane economic and trade embargo which exists. They continue to reach out through the spirit of internationalism to Dominica, the islands in the Caribbean, countries in Africa and Latin America, continuing to provide scholarships to increase our human resource and build our skills base. We want to use this day, August 14th, to pay tribute to a great man. His legacy lives on. Viva Cuba!
And that's the chairman of the Dominica Guild of Cuban Graduates, Dr. Damian Dublin. The management of the Dominica China Friendship Hospital has raised concerns over incidents of vandalism on the premises of the hospital. Chief Executive Officer of the Dominica China Friendship Hospital, Nancy Francis, says over the past several months, the hospital has encountered numerous challenges due to the destruction of hospital property, including safety and emergency equipment.
Perpetrators have destroyed the sign that is affixed on the hospital. The signage was placed there to give the hospital identity. We have other acts of vandalism on the hospital, like the removal and destruction of the emergency phones. They take our flash drives, the toilet seats are destroyed, the doors, the toilet bowl cleaners, even the toilet paper holders. Everything is either destroyed, removed, or taken by perpetrators. We do not know who they are. I also want to highlight the significant financial obligation when this happens. We have to reallocate our scarce resources for us to ensure that the signage is maintained at all times, and all other areas where the acts of vandalism happened, we have to rectify it. So it really puts a strain on our finances, and as you're aware, the upkeep and maintenance of this place is very costly, and I want to thank the staff for the good job that they are doing. If you know anything relating to the number of incidents that has happened at this hospital, we want you to please call us on the number that will be provided, and you can also call anonymously. Don't have to give your name, but we need the information, and that is why I want to stress on us taking personal ownership and responsibility for this beautiful gift.
And that's the Chief Executive Officer of the Dominica China Friendship Hospital, Nancy Francis. Meanwhile, Manager of Safety and Security at the Dominica Hospital Authority, Oliver Frederick, says the institution's security unit is working with law enforcement officers to find the perpetrators.
Because we really want to call on the public to desist from doing such acts. We are working collaboratively with the police and, of course, with the courts by extension. And whenever somebody saw someone dealing with this or committing such acts, then of course we would like them to report it immediately so that we can take the necessary action to ensure that it doesn't happen.
And that's Manager of Safety and Security at the Dominica Hospital Authority, Oliver Frederick. 14-year-old Joseph Thomas of the Kalinago Territory has been selected as the first recipient of the Rebuild Dominica Inc. Scholarship Program. The scholarship of about 121,000 EC dollars enables Thomas to attend the Piney Woods Boarding School in Mississippi. Rebuild Dominica is based in the U.S. President LaDonna Young, speaking via Zoom yesterday, said Rebuild Dominica is honored to embark on the scholarship program.
It is a privilege to be a part of an organization that is dedicated to the empowerment and the upliftment of our beloved Dominica. We gather today to celebrate a significant milestone in our journey. So this scholarship program is in partnership with the Pineywood School, and it represents more than just a financial support. It's a beacon of hope and a testament to the power of education in transforming lives. The Pineywood School, again, a prestigious boarding school in Mississippi with a rich culture of academic excellence, has graciously opened its doors to our students. These scholarships cover their yearly tuition, providing them with an unparalleled opportunity to receive world-class education. But the journey does not end here. By maintaining good grades and exemplary conduct, these students have the chance to renew their scholarships each year, ensuring that their path to success remains steadfast and uninterrupted. Again, this opportunity is not just about academic achievement. It's about nurturing future leaders who will one day return to Dominica and contribute to its growth and development. It is about instilling values of perseverance, integrity, and community service in our youth, preparing them to face the challenges of tomorrow with confidence and resilience.
And that's President of the Rebuild Dominica Inc. Scholarship Program. That should be LaDonna Young. Meanwhile, former public officer Simeon Joseph is a board member of Rebuild Dominica Inc.
That we provide them with an opportunity to embark upon high school education in the United States, to have the opportunity to represent Dominica on a wider level, and that we provided an opportunity for personal growth and development in an environment that is a trailblazer. To know that the Piney Woods Academy is no ordinary academy. It has a very solid and sound history behind it. It is also a landmark institution in the United States. We're proud of it, and I personally consider that I'm proud of it because it was started by a very humble man, a very humble person. And I can even say further, not only his humility, but I'm proud to say the color of his skin. A black man, a progressive black man who saw the need to provide for poor, underprivileged black people of the United States in an era and a time where that was almost impossible. And to have had that vision to provide for young people, not just academic education, but spiritual formation, okay, intellectual development, social enhancement. So we are fortunate this afternoon to have one of our students in Dominica be chosen, been selected by this prestigious school, boarding school in America, to receive a scholarship.
And that's board member of Rebuild Dominica Inc., Simeon Joseph. So the 14-year-old Joseph Thomas of the Kalinago Territory has been selected as the first recipient of the Rebuild Dominica Inc. Scholarship Program. The scholarship is about 121,000 EC dollars. Well, that's news. The sports report next on DBS Radio.
Since 1910, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited has proudly served Dominica, offering a wide variety of products and services in shipping, logistics, insurance, travel, retail, and wholesale. We are committed to serve you. Contact us today at 767-255-1100 or visit us at our main office on Old Street, Roseau. From humble beginnings to proud achievements, HHV Whitchurch and Company Limited.
You've asked for it. Now come get it. The Jimmy gas station along Eoli Blanc Highway is backed by popular demand. Gas to go. So come support your very own gas to go. Guaranteed to get you going further, faster. Come to Gas to Go and get more for less. It's where your dollar will get you further, faster. Lots of prizes to be won at Gas to Go. Fill up and win big savings. Fuel for less. Every cent counts. Everyone is a winner. Fishermen and bus owners on the West Coast get all your supplies at Gas to Go. Call the Jimmy gas station at 449-0104 or 275-0104. Gas to Go. Gas to Go gets you further, faster.
Covering the nation and beyond, DBS Sports Report.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speedy delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speedy delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
Let's begin the DBS Morning Sports Report with cricket news. Cricket West Indies CWI has announced that Johnny Grave will be concluding his tenure as Chief Executive Officer in October. Grave has held the position since 2017. Cricket West Indies extended its deepest gratitude for his dedicated service and leadership throughout his tenure. Grave said it has been an absolute privilege to have been CEO since February 2017. He said having just hosted a successful T20 World Cup and delivered significant surpluses for Cricket West Indies for the third year in a row, it is the right time for he and his family to seek a new challenge. Well, Grave noted that he has received tremendous support from so many people since becoming CEO and thanked everyone, especially the staff and players, particularly during the pandemic. He said he and his family love living in Antigua, saying the time has come for someone with fresh energy to lead the organization. Well, the Chief Executive Officer for Cricket West Indies, Johnny Grave, will make his exit in October. Cricket West Indies said it will be looking for a new CEO. Some cycling news now. President of the Dominica Cycling Association, Ronald Charles, says the 2024 cycling season was encouraging. The season closed officially on Sunday.
What I'm very impressed with for this year for sure is that I am now seeing a number of parents are engaged, their young children are in the cycling. If you realize, most times when we had an event, we had what you call a fun ride. And the fun ride was to encourage the young people, those below 12, to participate in the event. And that is what I am encouraged by, and I'm really looking forward. I'm seeing a future is bright for cycling. Give it another 2-3 years, and these young guys will represent at the highest level. Let me take this opportunity to say again, I'm satisfied because this year we reached out to our international body, and through them we were able to get some solidarity projects. We got 10 bicycles, and of course with the help of the DOC again we were able to clear those bikes and to be able to present it to potential riders. So we're going to continue the year exciting. We're going to continue engaging the young people. We have a grassroots program that we are going to get started, again sponsored by our international organization. So we're going to see us more into the schools, more getting a lot of more young persons, 5, 6, 6-year-olds, 7-year-olds involved in cycling, because it really starts there.
President of the Dominica Cycling Association, Ronald Charles. Some basketball news. Peerbush Eagles have reached the Premier League final of the DABA. They beat Dr. Daru Falcons 78-72 for a 2-1 win in the best-of-3 semi-final series. For the Peerbush Eagles, Shama Felicity scored 21, Ethan Boland had 15, Lenin Paul 14, and Caden Paul with 11. For Dr. Daru Falcons, J.V. Bellot dumped in 18 points, Peter Ricketts 17, and Edmond Williams 14. Peerbush Eagles will now play the Detroit Blazers in the Premier League finals. The finals will begin on Wednesday with Game 1. Meanwhile, Dr. Daru Pishley Falcons have taken a 2-1 lead in the Division 1 finals against Detroit Blazers. In Game 3 of the best-of-5 series, Falcons won over Blazers 80-66 at the Massac Indoor Facility over the weekend. Mishak Dubule had 37 points. Zach Bastian and Yawani Regis 15 scored for Dr. Daru Pishley Falcons. For Detroit Blazers 2, Dretsuan Lee had 22 points. Darius Nichols 11. Elijah Popo 10. Dr. Daru Pishley Falcons 2 lead the series by 2-1. Finally, let's get into some football news now. New India Goodwill Assurance have sent a warning to other teams in the National Women's Football League. They beat Harlem United in a penalty shootout on Sunday at Stock Farm to claim the Women's Bolorama title. 7 teams took part in the Women's Bolorama contest at the Stock Farm Technical Center. Women's football coordinator Devon Coffey told the players they should all strive to have an improved competition this year.
I just want to say that it brings me great joy to see all of you turn out there and looking sharp in all the uniforms. And I want to thank all the supporters who came out and support as well. And I just want to ensure and let all the ladies know that this year, that the DFA plans to do this Women's League a lot different, and we've planned to invest a lot more into women's football than which has been done in past years. And we are just starting off with this Bolorama, which was a request from you guys, and we want to ensure that we're hearing your concerns and that we're ready to deliver whatever you guys request. And I just want to tell you all, go out there and push, do all your best, and may we enjoy ourselves first of all.
And that's the women's football coordinator, Devon Coffey, speaking to the women's team who were gathered at Stock Farm on Sunday, where the Bolorama took place, and that Bolorama was to signal the start of the women's football competition. And New India Assurance, they in fact were the winners of the Bolorama title, beating Harlem in the final in a penalty shootout. And certainly the young ladies looked very impressive at Stock Farm on Sunday as 7 teams gathered for the official start to the women's football competition. That too is a look at the DBS Morning News and Sports. We will continue to be following developments in Dominica and around the world. We'll bring that to you in another newscast. On behalf of the News and Sports Department and our link person, Hazari Williams, Curtis Matthew saying good morning.
Rudolph Thomas Enterprise in Portsmouth, your suppliers of building materials and hardware products. Over 20 years experience in the business. Rudolph Thomas has lumber and plywood, Portland and tile cement, steel rods, galvanized and fence pipe. And Rudolph Thomas can meet all your wire needs. Galvanized roofing sheets, doors, windows, toilet sets, face basins and bidets. PVC piping, fittings and lattice. Check out Rudolph Thomas for ceramic and vinyl floor and wall tiles, nails, nuts and bolts, paint and painting supplies. And check out their line of electrical and hand tools. And Rudolph Thomas is your one-stop shop for hard-to-find items like fiberglass mat and fiberglass resin and welding rods. Go now to Rudolph Thomas on 1240 Bay Street in Portsmouth.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
One easy loan.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
To upgrade my phone and even my home with one simple loan.
More money.
To have your wedding, to go traveling, to do anything.
More money.
No security. Speed delivery, just check NBT. Apply anytime. In branch online, it's more money time.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
No collateral.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Speedy delivery.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
Just check NBT.
More money with NBT, it's more money.
DBS News. Accurate, up-to-date, professional. We bring you the news of the nation via 3 newscasts, Monday to Saturday at 7 a.m. The DBS Major Morning News, 1:15 p.m. Your lunchtime news bulletin, and at 6 in the evening, the DBS Evening News. Call us at 448-4302. Listen on www.dbcradio.net. Don't forget to like our Facebook page at www.facebook.com/DBS Radio. Stay on top of the nation's news with your nation station, DBS. .31 on Your Nature Wild. Of course, you are tuned in to national broadcaster DBS Radio. Coming up shortly, we bring you your morning's weather report. Just before we do so, I'd like to remind you of your Kalinago word of the day for today. And our Kalinago phrase of the day is, my son, Nirayan Iyeri. Nirayan Iyeri. That's Nirahuyun. Nirayan Iyeri. Eyeri. Eyeri. And that's my son in Kalinago, Nirayan Iyeri. Join us tomorrow morning, God willing, at roughly 6:45 for another edition of your Kalinago Word of the Day here on your nation station, DBS Radio. 7:32 is the time. Up next, we'll bring you your morning's weather report. Made possible compliments of the good folks of Flow Dominica Limited and Big Edge Financial.
You've got the edge over your circumstances. Many times there'll be trials to face. At least when it comes to your waning finances, you've got the edge. Help is coming your way. You've got Big Edge for those days when you're running low. Big Edge is the place to go. Big Edge, the cash can be in your hand with the easiest payment plan. Big Edge, cash in a flash.
At this time, we say good morning to Karen Basil Lawrence with this morning's weather report. Good morning.
Good morning. The weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Service at the Douglas Charles Airport for today, Tuesday, August the 13th, as recorded at 7 a.m. The weather today is expected to be overcast and windy at times with widespread moderate to heavy showers and periods of rain with thunderstorms. At 7 a.m., the weather at Douglas Charles was overcast with light rain. The winds were coming from the west at 3 knots or 6 kilometers per hour. The air temperature was 24 degrees Celsius or 75 degrees Fahrenheit. The 24-hour rainfall measured up to 6:30 this morning was 113.4 millimeters. The rainfall total for the month so far is 174.4 millimeters. The sun will set today at 6:30 p.m. and rise tomorrow at 5:50 a.m. The high tides today will be at 10:46 a.m. and 9:46 p.m. and the next low tide at 2:28 p.m. The weather outlook for Dominica and the Lesser Antilles. At 5 a.m., the center of Tropical Storm Ernesto was located near latitude 16.2 degrees north, longitude 61.3 degrees west, or about 55 miles north of Dominica. Ernesto is moving towards the west near 20 miles per hour. On the forecast track, Ernesto is expected to continue moving across portions of the northern Lesser Antilles today. Tropical Storm Ernesto is expected to result in overcast skies with showers which could be moderate to heavy and thunderstorms and gusty winds, especially at higher elevations and near showers. Estimated rainfall totals of 4 to 6 inches with greater amounts possible in areas of higher elevation. This may result in life-threatening flash floods, landslides, and falling rocks. A flood warning is in effect until 6 p.m. today. The public is advised to be vigilant and to exercise extreme caution. Interests in Dominica and the Northern Lesser Antilles should continue to monitor the progress of this system, and preparations to help save lives and properties should be in place. Moderate to rough seas can be expected in open waters, with waves peaking near 10 feet today. A small craft warning is now in effect for above normal seas. Small craft operators and the sea bathers are advised to stay out of the water. The synopsis: Tropical Storm Ernesto is affecting the area. The weather for today and tonight is expected to be overcast and windy at times with widespread moderate to heavy showers and periods of rain with thunderstorms. The winds will come from the south through to the southeast at 15 to 40 kilometers per hour with higher gusts near showers. The seas will be moderate in open water with waves of 1.5 to 3 meters or 5 to 10 feet. A flood warning and a small craft warning are in effect. For updated information on weather conditions, visit our website at weather.gov.dm. Like our Facebook page at Dominica Meteorological Service. Follow us on Instagram at Dominica Met. Add us to your list of WhatsApp channels. Our number is 618-3469 or call 266-4490 for further information. From the Met Office at the Douglas Charles Airport, I am Karen Basil Lawrence.
And we thank Karen Basil Lawrence for this morning's weather report, made possible compliments Big Edge Financial and the good folks of Flow Dominica Limited.
Why pay full price for your mobile when you can pay half? Just bundle your home internet and mobile services with Flow and save 50% on your mobile bill. That's money in your pocket every month. Plus, now you get free YouTube and WhatsApp data. And you can share your plan with up to 3 other numbers. Upgrade now and get a free smartphone. Switch and keep your number. Learn more at discoverflow.co.
Make weather information a part of your daily life. Listen to the weather report after the morning news and at 1:10 p.m. daily on DBS Radio. A message from the Dominica Meteorological Service, your trusted source for weather information.
This is DBS Radio.
21 minutes before 8. The time made possible compliments of the good folks of Auto Trade. Win a 2024 Nissan Frontier for only $150. Draw is on September 3, 2024. Purchase tickets at Auto Trade's cashier today. Up next, we present the general announcements and what's on your community bulletin board. Made possible compliments the good folks of Valley Engineering, Sales and Services, and the Central Cooperative Credit Union.
You need a CCCUL Secure Max.
What? A Secure Max?
A Secure Max. Keep your savings intact. Choose your monthly installment. Make your cash work for you with a CCCUL 4.5% Secure Max.
4.5% Secure Max?
No appointment needed. Just a valid picture ID.
B, a 4.5% cash covered.
Come see us or call our loans department at 767-275-5902 or 767-275-2891.
Terms and conditions apply.
A Secure Max.
Stretch your dollar at Valley Engineering. At Valley Engineering, our customers enjoy our dollar stretching price policy. Save money. Valley dollar stretch prices apply to a wide range of parts, which include water pumps, shock absorbers, steering and suspension parts, clutches, pressure plates, filters, oh yes, oil, gas, and air filters, NGK plugs, ball and roller bearings for wheels and transmission, timing and fan belts, engine gaskets, mechanics tools, brake parts, wiper blades, mud guards, grills, batteries, lubricants, starter and alternator parts, bulbs, head and park lamp, and many, many more items. These dollar stretch prices at Valley Engineering will not shock you. They will only surprise you. Why not visit us today on Google Road or at our relocated Portsmouth outlet on Bay Street? So cut costs and save with Valley Engineering's dollar stretching. And now, your community bulletin board.
Dowasco informs customers in Bellevue Chopin that the unscheduled interruption to their water supply is as a result of an electronic component failure at the pump station. Dowasco assures customers that every effort is being made to restore optimal operation of the network in the quickest possible time. Dowasco regrets this inconvenience and thanks customers for their understanding. The Dominica State College invites suitably qualified applicants to apply for the vacant position of chemistry lecturer. A signed cover letter and curriculum vitae can be mailed to the officer in charge, Dominica State College, or emailed to the office of the president at dsc.edu.dm. For further details, please refer to their website. That's www.dsc.edu.dm in the Work With Us section. All employers, self-employed individuals, and voluntary contributors are reminded that the deadline for paying Social Security contributions in respect of the period ended July 31st is Wednesday, August 14, 2024. Employers in the North are advised that Social Security officers will be available at the Portsmouth branch office today, Tuesday, 13th August, and tomorrow, Wednesday, 14 August, for the purpose of collecting contributions. employers are encouraged to avoid the late fee penalty by making timely payments. That wraps up this morning's presentation of the general announcements on your community bulletin board. Made possible compliments the good folks at Valley Engineering, Sales and Services, and the Central Cooperative Credit Union.
You need a CCCUL Secure Max.
What? A Secure Max?
A Secure Max. Keep your savings intact. Choose your monthly installment. Make your cash work for you with a CCCUL 4.5% Secure Max.
4.5% Secure Max?
No appointment needed. Just a valid picture ID.
B, a 4.5% cash covered.
Come see us or call our loans department at 767-275-5902 or 767